Greetings and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Thol'thuba Athletics with me, myself, your host, Raymond Bhusesi. This is the 5th episode and we have none other than a cricket star, Mickey Copeland. Welcome to the show.
What's up, Mickey? You good, man?
No, I'm good, thanks, and yourself, dude.
Now, Mickey, take me to the beginning. Where did your love for cricket begin?
It all started in like grade 5. Went to mini cricket,
Yeah.
and it just started when I hit the first ball. When I hit that first ball, I was like, okay, let me try to hit a few more.
Yeah.
And then I hit one into the trees. And then I was like, okay. And then that's how it all started. So that's how it all started. I started just playing the game for fun,
Yeah.
Started playing this game for fun. I liked hitting the ball far, and everything like that. And then about in grade 7, I made the national week for under 13s to go play in Joburg. So it was like a provincial tour.
Yeah.
And then I played there, and then I scored about 250s and 130. And then, boom, they asked me to come play in Joburg. So then they offered me the kids, and I came to Joburg.
Wow.
And imagine it's a big school and everything. So I only started playing 14 Bs, and then went into 15 Bs.
Oh.
So in my primary, in my high school days at the beginning, I hardly even played an A team for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in grade 10, I don't know what happened. Something just sparked off in me, and I was like, I'm actually gonna put a grind to the sport. I want to see how far I can actually go. So I took a break from winter sports, hockey and so on. I used to play a bit of hockey, and I took a break from that. And the whole winter, I was running, busy practicing cricket, proper grind, Monday to Friday.
Oof.
And from 1 to 5 every day. And I used to put in that grind. And then that December, I made the under 17 A Gauteng. So I made an A Gauteng team before I made an A team at kids.
Oh, bro, that's wicked. That's wild.
Then things started popping off. They were like, who is this guy and everything like that, because no one's ever heard of me, because I was playing. Yeah, because I was playing B team and everything, so no one knew me. And then all of a sudden I popped off, and they're like, who's this oak and everything like that, because that under 17 week I got the 3rd highest wickets in the tournament. And then straight from there I got invited to the under 19 Cubs week. So that's the best under 19s in the country.
Yeah.
So it all happened in a couple of months.
Yeah.
And then that's when I first made my first SA 19 debut. They chose me that March. So it all happened within 5 months. I went from playing Bs to playing for South Africa.
Bro, that's crazy. I like how you mentioned the fact that in grade 10, that's when you started to really take it more seriously. You started to make sacrifices and everything. How would you best describe that phase, that development phase where now you're applying yourself each and every day, you're putting in the hours and all of that? And were there any particular people that you can look to and say they played an important role?
So it all started with my school coach. So I had private coaching at KES. His name was Coach Ross van Buren.
Yeah.
Mitchell van Buren's brother. He plays for the Lion. So he was my coach at that point. And he was the one saying that, Mick, you can actually get this far. You can actually make it in cricket if you actually try your best. And I was like, okay. And then me and him put in the hard hours. We were hitting balls about 10,000 balls a week.
Oof.
That's how many balls we were hitting, and that's how it went on. And then after my first Gauteng appearance, that's when I met Coach Sia, the South African assistant coach.
Yeah.
And me and him started working together. and we worked for about 3 years. We're still working together to this day.
Wow, man.
And like I feel he's the one that really put up my level from like this to like that.
Yeah.
He really made that like transition.
I like how you like it's more than one individual.
Like,
Anytime it's like
hard hours every day.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
today I practice at like 1 till 5 again.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I always hear people say hard work is important. We always hear people say that, and we think that it's cliche. But you're an example that is actually true. 10,000 balls, and it's always more than one coach. It's like a community of coaches that like dedicate time to like uplift and better your skill. Now that you're here, and you're still somewhat working towards a bigger goal, I can imagine. How do you balance your perspective when it comes to your strengths and your weaknesses? Like, where do you fit in? I feel like there always needs to be a balance, and there's a sort of equation to it. So how do you view your strengths and your weaknesses?
So is that for my academics and sport?
Just sports. On the like as an athlete, your strengths and your weakness.
My strengths is that like I never give up. Like I look to change the game. That's me. Like that's what I bring to the table. I'm the type of player when like you need something to happen in the game.
Yeah.
Bring me in and you put me on. Because like I always make things happen like within the game.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
So that's one of my biggest strengths. Like no matter what the events or cause of the game is, no matter where we are, like I look to do something. Like I always want to just change the game a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I have that leadership strength as well. Like I captain a few teams going up.
Yeah.
Captain Faithy just now in January. And then I just look to keep getting better, like that 1% every day. That's me. I want to just get, no matter how big of a development it is every day, it's just 1%. Just 1%, then you're making a difference.
Yeah, it goes a long way. It really does.
So sometimes, like you don't have to have the longest session sometimes. If you achieve one thing in the session, like that's enough. That's that 1%.
Yeah.
Then you move on to the next day. You just look to gain every day. Don't try and do too much, because then otherwise then you start losing the plot. You start not trusting certain things. So you just look to keep like just improving. That's all.
And do you think there's any
some of my weaknesses?
Yeah, weaknesses.
I tend to get a bit bored. My weaknesses, I tend to get a bit bored, if you get me. Like I still need to get out of that. Like after I've been batting a while, like after I've made a change a bit, then I tend to relax and just let things happen. I get a bit bored. So like I'll start trying different things. I won't stick to the go-to. I'll start trying to make it exciting, if you get me.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like sometimes it just needs to be a bit boring.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, man. It's
other than that, I feel like I'm also sometimes just I need to work a bit more on my fitness.
Yeah.
I think it's all the way up there. Like I passed the fitness test. Like it's quite a big thing, but like I passed it and everything, but I want to do better. Like, you know, I also want to get like a toned body. But like, yeah, like I just want to work on that a bit. But yeah.
Yeah, man, that's quite dope. That's quite dope. I can tell that you're well aware of your game, where you need to improve, and where you're actually good at. Seeing that you've come this far, and I can only imagine all that you want to do, all that I know that you will do. What do you think has been your greatest accomplishment thus far?
I definitely think it was making SN19 as a 16-year-old before I made first team at kids.
That's crazy. Like, that's wild. Like, can you take me to the moment you got the call or the news that you made it to the team? What were you doing at that very moment?
Yeah, it was quite crazy. I was at school, actually. Yeah. I was at school. I was busy in math.
Yeah.
I was in math, and I wasn't paying attention. I was on my phone playing card games, you know, behind.
Yeah.
And the teacher's busy teaching everything, and then I knew today they were releasing the teams for SN19, and we just had a camp. So I was like, I'm praying. I'm like, please. So I'm busy passing the time, just busy playing some card games. And then all of a sudden a call comes through. I'm like, no ways, it's happening. I stood up. I literally pulled up my chair. I stood up. I walked outside. She's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm busy. I answered the call like, you made it.
What?
I was literally over the moon. I I was like, no, this just happened. I walked back inside, and then the teacher's like, are you going to go to detention after this? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I did it. And then I sat down.
Yo, that's wild, man.
It was mad. Like, I literally wanted to cry because, like, the hours and hours of work I put in. Like, I didn't imagine to come this far, but it actually happened. That's the thing. Like, it's actually happening right now as we're speaking, even.
Yeah.
Like, one of them now is also can give you another accomplishment, which happened just now. I signed a rookie professional contract with Boland.
Come on, Mickey, man. Come on, dog. Come on, man. It's crazy, bro.
As an 18-year-old, I'm going to be playing against Thol'thuba Athletics, all those.
Come on, bro. Jeez. It doesn't get surreal. Okay, I don't even know where to begin. See, oh my goodness. Where do you want to be? You've done so much, SA under 19. You got a contract on the table. What drives you? Like, where do you see yourself and think, like, I need to wake up every day and keep working because I want to get to this specific place? What's that specific place?
I want to play in the IPL. To be honest, I want to play in IPL. I want to play in competitions, the Big Bash.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that keeps me driving is, like, when I wake up, I'm like, if I keep working and working and working, I can play my favorite sport as a job every single day. That's what keeps me driving. I can do what I love every day and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And actually go and enjoy it. I don't have to have other stresses, you know, like, that's what keeps me driving. The fact that I can do this for a job and actually a living just keeps me going. Like, that's my goal. And one day, what I'm playing right now could actually give me a little mansion, you know, like it can actually pay the bills.
Can you somewhat describe the pressure that comes with playing at SA under 19 level?
Yo, there's quite a lot of pressure. Okay. So, obviously, in the past 2-3 years, SA under 19 have not done well, like against other countries. Like when I played my foot, we lost. That's heartbreaking. Imagine 7-0 in the series.
Yeah.
But we played against some top players like Naseem Shah. He's playing for the Pakistan team. And all that. Quite a few big names there. But the thing is, like, the pressure is like amongst your peers. If you surprisingly or not, it's amongst the people you play with, like your best friends, because everyone like wants to make it. Like, everyone wants to play for SM19 as a, like, under 19. That's your goal. So, like, when you go out and play against your schoolmates and club cricket, it's not really playing for SM19. It's when you come back. That's the big pressure.
Yeah.
Because now you've got to perform and show them your SM19 quality.
Yeah.
So, now now everyone that you know or who so-called your friends, when you play against them, they start bad-mouthing you how badly you did at SM19 or how bad your team did. Like, no matter what, like, that just sticks with you. It's like a whole little, like, circle of just happening the whole time.
I mean, that's immense.
But, like, playing for them is a different story. There's other pressures. The playing part is the best part of it. Like, you're getting to play against other people around the world and stuff. But the other pressure is media. So there's about like 10 million people watching your game, like it's being streamed and everything like that. And then it's the comments that come, like if you have a bad day, like, or your team loses, it's all those comments like saying how bad you are and all of that. That's the other pressure, because other people want to perform and they think someone else deserves your spot instead of you. So now you've got to perform. And now you've got to also deal with those comments that are coming from the side.
So you think there are any tools that are given to athletes to somewhat deal with these pressures, such as social media and all of that? Or is it like you have to look within yourself and find it? Or is there any like certain structure that helps you with this, man?
Like, to be honest, in order to be like an athlete, like I've seen this through like soccer, cricket, tennis, there has to be like somewhat ego about you, you know? Like, to get where you are, you've got to believe in yourself so much.
True.
Like you've got to.
Yeah.
No one else is gonna do it for you. Like you've got to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Because no one else. When time get rough, it's only you, no one else. So you have that somewhat ego of where you like, I know I'm good. I'm not gonna show it.
Yeah.
But like inside, you know, like you're worth it and everything. So like you start learning how to block that stuff out.
Yeah.
Like someone comes up to you playing a game for club, for instance. Like you've been going through that like for like a year now. Like you start realizing like it doesn't affect you. So you start like blocking it out. Like someone tunes you, just like okay, shoot.
Yeah.
And then you carry on doing your business. Like that's how it. You don't get in there. You don't get in their business. You stay doing you.
You stay doing you. You stay doing you.
That's what I feel like.
Powerful. Okay, man. When it comes to your relationship with your parents and the dream you're pursuing, was there any influence? Was there any conflict? Or did they hold your hand throughout the whole thing? And at some point they need to let go. Was it easy for them to let go? Or do you still think they haven't let go?
So it's quite complicated actually. It's quite complicated because I went through phases.
Yeah.
So like when I first started, they were holding my hand. They were like, "Yo, go do what you love," because they thought I was just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and I was doing it for fun at that time. And then I told my parents I want to go a bit more serious into this. So then they were like, "Okay, you do it, but you do it by yourself." So top notch. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
So it was like that was a bit of pressure from them as well, because like now I had to do my academics and my cricket.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I wanted to make my cricket the main thing. So like there was a bit of conflict there for a bit, because like with the increase in like sport, the academics dropped a bit.
Yeah.
So there is like a bit of other conflict with like academics and sport. It's quite tough to like maintain together.
Yeah.
But like you obviously find your balance. So like for me, I maintained a 70% average throughout school. So during my cricket season, like I would drop that to like a 65. I would drop like 5% because I'd spend a little bit less time studying and playing cricket. So it was a bit tough. But I still maintained. I did the graft and so on. But then later in my career, when things started getting serious, like I started making teams and so on, then my parents like came back and they were supporting me and everything, and then they started like helping me like deal with the stress and everything like that. So like they started like holding my hand out and actually helping me through the way. They're like getting me places and like helping out.
That being said, would you say they are the reason you wake up every day and you go to practice and you put in the work, your parents?
Yeah, my parents definitely are one of the reasons, because they've invested so much. So
yeah,
got to repay them somehow. Like they want
to. Now, seeing that they've supported you so much and they've been there for you and held your hand to somewhat extent, right? I want you to help me explain how important it is for parents to do this, because a lot of kids have ambitions and all of this, but they don't have that support structure around them. So you having experienced that, how would you best describe it to someone who doesn't understand the importance of it?
Well, mine was kind of weird as well.
Yeah.
Like I live with my grandparents. I don't live with my actual parents.
Yeah.
So like we're not that rich.
Yeah.
So like I've been there. Like it's tough.
Yeah.
Like we don't have a lot of money and so on. So like we had to do with what we had. But the thing is, you have to do with what you have. That's the main message. You have to do with what you have. Doesn't matter if you've got a cap or a pair of boots. You can still do your running. You can still make a plan between when you train. When you go to train, you can go train. But off the mark, you've got everything you need. You just need 2 caps. You can just mark out the grass to run. Running and fitness is the main key to being like an athlete.
Yeah.
So like you've always got to have that, like your parents there to support you, or somebody. It doesn't even have to be your parents. It can be your coach. You can have that brotherhood with your coach, where they're the ones pushing and driving you to be better every day. Like, you just need to get that relationship. It can even be your best friend where you guys just go run every day. That's what we did during lockdown. Me and my neighbor, we just started running. We're running up the road. Like, we didn't even know each other really. We just started a relationship where we just started running and everything like that, getting fit, and it just started happening.
I man, Mickey, I don't think there's a better way.
About the graphs off the field than on the field.
Yeah. I don't think there's a better way we could have ended this interview. I don't want to lie. I am somewhat inspired by the head above your shoulders. You've got a great head above your shoulders. You know who you are. You know what you want. You have enough, I don't want to say it's arrogance, it's confidence that'll take you further. As you said, I'm going to keep doing me and I'm going to do with what I have. You know what I'm trying to say? Best of luck with everything that you are going to do. But to close it off, do you have any message for the kids?
I have a message for the kids is keep supporting the hustle because the hustle will support you one day.
Keep supporting the hustle because the hustle will support you one day.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Thank you so much. I really, really am inspired. I'm moved by you. I'll keep looking out for you on your social media. I know you're going to do great things. I am honored to have the opportunity to speak to you at such a very young age. The next 5-10 years, who knows where you'll be. You understand? Thank you so much, my brother. From us, Thol'thuba Athletics, we thank you, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Sure, man.
And thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to the stars of tomorrow. This has been nothing short of amazing, encouraging, but most importantly, inspiring. This right here is what I know a lot of people needed to hear, myself included. From me, myself, Raymond Bhusesi, and most importantly, Thol'thuba Athletics. Thank you. Until again.